Hey there, this is Elizabeth, and welcome back to a flip through. Holy cannoli, it has been months since I've done a flip through, but I'm excited to share one with you now. So the books that I've been using this past year are the year 2022 are these Moleskine extra large lined notebooks. Okay, I have enjoyed using them. However, I much prefer using the books that I make. I recycle a book or upcycle a book and I make a journal out of a book. So that's what I enjoy doing. And if you're wondering how I have journaled over the years, down in the description box below, the very first three links are the three different types of journals that I've used throughout the years of my journaling. Okay, so make sure you click on those if you want to know how I go about making my books for journaling, whether it was the composition notebooks, then I expanded the spine of the composition notebook, then I think the third one is like making a regular junk journal out of a book. So check those links out. But this past year, since half of the year I worked with my daughter, I just didn't have time to make a book. I didn't have time to hardly journal. So yeah, so I ended up using these and they are pretty darn full, okay? Oh my goodness. This is the first part of the year. This runs through June 11th, I think. I'm not sure. And then this picks up in June, maybe June 11th, and it's going to go for the rest of the year, I am hoping. Okay? Right now we're in the first week of October, and I still have these pages to go. So, yeah. So there's that. Okay, so we're going to go through the first part of November, and I think I have it right here. Okay. So, we were not, let's center this, Elizabeth. Okay, we were still living at our old house at this point in time. This is June, okay, June 1st, 2022. This is the tie that I use. It's just, when we were packing stuff up, I was getting rid of fabrics and things like that, but I do believe that this fabric was the fabric that I made my daughter's curtains out of a long time ago when she was just a wee little lass. So, and then this right here is, excuse me, is a pin from Boston that my son brought back when he and his sister and his girlfriend went to Boston. So I just attached it onto here. Okay, so, and this is just here because this is where it starts. Okay, so I was still working, and even though you're retiring, you can still shout, thank goodness it's Friday, once a week. Yep. And this was from my daughter. So, just so sweet. And I mean, she wrote, Mom, after these past 2 years, you're finally retiring from teaching again. I hope you enjoyed getting your free time back, but I will definitely miss being in the classroom with you. It has been a blessing and dream come true to have the opportunity to teach alongside you. Thank you so much for all your help. It means more than you'll ever know. I love you. Oh, so sweet, so sweet. And then this is one from one of the kids. You know, these are some of the things that the kiddos got me. This is like a note from one of the kids. This as well. And then this has a picture of another TA that I worked with. This is, of course, me. And this was actually, I think this was the last day of school. I think. I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh, it's been so long ago. Anyway, we all went out to dinner or lunch together after school. Where did we go? To the Olive Garden. So that was nice, and I miss her so much. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, received gifts from the Gemlets. One was a plant. Oh, this was so funny. Now, mind you, I still have those plants, okay? Some of the Gemlets got me plants, and my husband says, is that a real one? And I said yes. And he said, might as well throw it away now. Yeah, he knows I have a black thumb. It was not a cactus, by the way, and I still have it. It's still here. And yeah. So, and I'm just wondering if you guys can see that. Yeah, I just decorated the back of the card. And these actually were from it's like floating heads. Isn't that funny? That's my daughter and me. This was on her door, right? I do believe that the moms collected these things, right? So, and this encompasses Monday, or no, I'm sorry. What is this? Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, so Friday, the 3rd was the last day of school. Okay. Yeah, so we had a taco truck. Not really a taco truck. My daughter put together these, like, they do it in Boy Scouts, I'm pretty sure. Sorry if there was a glare with those, but oh, they were doing food trucks. That's what it was. Okay, that was one of their end of the year projects, and it was super fun. They had a really great time doing their food trucks. Now I remember. I wish I had taken pictures of them. And then my beauty queen had the 8th grade graduation tonight to go to. And the reason she was going is because this 8th grade class was her first 5th grade class. So she wanted to go to that, and oh, so cute. So yeah, they did that. And then I was super busy packing up the room. My daughter had looked into something else and it fell through, so that was sad. But let's see. Yeah, the kids finished their food trucks. They came out so cute. We had so much fun. And then yes, a little scouting thing, like you take a bag of Doritos, I think it is, and then you put like taco stuff in it. You know, you put taco meat in it, you can put, you know, whatever, but you do it right in the bag. And the kids really enjoyed it, and it was a lot of fun. I think the night before, my husband had cooked up, I don't know how many pounds of meat, like 3 pounds of taco meat or something. Anyway, so that was a lot of fun. And then on Friday, we had a half a day, and I packed up most of the last bits. Like throughout the week, I was packing up, you know, and it was raining out this whole week, typical summer weather. Oh, we were having a tropical storm at this time. Okay, that's why it was raining. So let's see. Oh, and the kids had their award assemblies this morning. So half of the class went at a time, so it was kind of, you know, the kids were coming and going and hugs all around, and it was a half a day and all that. And then we went out and had a lovely lunch together at Olive Garden, so that was a lot of fun. And then on this day here, it was dreary and rainy. The pool looks like it's an infinity pool. Oh my goodness. So I filmed a ramble session on this day, the 4th. We were watching Ozark. I spent a lot of time on the computer. Just so you know, these things are called, I think they're called memojis. One of you told me. And I print them on my computer. You know, I type them into my notes section on my phone, and then I transfer them to a Word document, and I print out a whole sheet of them. So, and I save them to my computer, so I always have them whenever I need them, and I can cut them out, use them as clip art. The days and my numbers all come from Loveland's Life. I'm fairly certain, let's see, yeah, I started this in January, yep. All of this entire year has come from Loveland's Life, okay? Yeah, so we were watching Ozark, yeah? First name storm of the year was Alex, yeah. And then I love these things so much. A lot of times I find them on Facebook, you know. I don't frequent Facebook a lot. Like I don't post, that's what I should say. I don't post on Facebook a lot, but I do enjoy you know, some of the memes and the stuff like that. And Allison does these little game things, and it's just really cute. So I always do it, and I like printing them out. I think it's fun. And then I sat in my room listening to cello music and catching up on my pages. And I got up before 6:30. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I started watching a bit of A Life Full of Meaning with my coffee. And we need to pack up more donations this day. Again, we were still down south. We were living at our other house. So anyhow, yeah, I'll put A Life Full of Meanings link down below. That's Lisa and Glenn over in the UK. They used to have a narrow boat. They have another narrow boat now, but they used to live on the canals over there, and it's just really interesting. They're so fun to watch. They really, really are, and that has become like a Sunday ritual for me is watching. That's one of the things I do every Sunday, whether it's in the morning or in the evening. I watch Lisa and Glenn from A Life Full of Meanings. So my husband was just in high pain and super exhausted. And then I began feeling yucky too, so I went back to bed. I was watching Doc Martin. I love that show. My husband and I have already seen it, so. And then, oh golly, yeah. Then I got up the energy to unload and pack up most of the schoolroom books. That was bittersweet because in our schoolroom, I used to homeschool my kids, and we had all the books. Like, we would go through the bookshelves every year and clean out the ones that the kids didn't like. And so whatever was on there were books that the kids really enjoyed. But at this point in time, they were like, we don't have any place to put them. The kids were saying that. And of course, my husband and I were like, we don't have a place to put them. So we ended up giving a lot of them away, which was, broke my heart because I just love books so much. So we loaded the second bunch of donations into the car to be delivered to the Salvation Army. Yeah. And then I'm emotional about moving again. Oh gosh. And also it was just a stressful time because my husband was coming up on hernia surgery, and after that surgery he was not able to lift anything over like 8 to 10 pounds for 6 weeks. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, this is funny. I get this from Instagram. It's a group called Awareness for POTSIs. That's POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, is the illness that I have. And so they have these little memes on there, and I like to print them out every once in a while because they are so true. Living with a chronic illness involves mastering the art of how to look like you showered without actually showering. Yeah. Oh, golly day. And then I took a picture of the cupboard that was in my old craft room. And yeah, just so I could remember what it looked like and the different things that I had. And then this was, let's see, donation load number 2. These are all the things that we were donating: lamps, blankets, baskets, I mean, frames, you name it. Oh my gosh, we got rid of so much stuff. This was a photocopy of something my daughter actually did in 2017 during a hurricane. Could have been Irma, not sure. And so it begins. So, yeah, so now, oh, no, wait, this was Monday, so we were back off to school to finalize everything. Oh, gosh, yes. Ugh. The communication at the school is not the greatest, okay, between administration and staff. That is one of the things that's irked me a lot when I worked there. So we get in Monday, right? And we're not getting paid for this, okay? Like, well, I'm not anyway. But I'm not going to leave my daughter hanging, okay, folks? I'm not going to do that. But they did not tell us ahead of time, I guess, that everything had to be loaded into the bathroom because over the summer they wax the floors. I don't know. Maybe they think that because they do it every year, we should just assume that we're supposed to do it, but no. Oh my gosh. And then later on, like when my daughter got back to school at the beginning of this year, they painted over the summer. So they took everything off her walls, which we had left up. Like we had an administrator came into the room when we were done on Friday, looked around, they do a checklist, looked around and said, "Yep, it looks great to me. You're done." Right? We go in there Monday, find out that all the boxes have to be moved into the bathroom, which is a nightmare and a half because the boxes are huge and heavy and full of books. And then, yeah, when my daughter got back to school, they had taken off the stuff from the walls, and like the laminated stuff, I guess they put aside. I don't know. But like the butcher paper and stuff that we had it beautifully on the walls, all ripped off. Not only ripped off, but thrown away. Like they couldn't have folded it up and set it on the corner somewhere to be reused again. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. All right. Sorry. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the boxes were super heavy, and it was so annoying. Big Handsome was there to help us, so that was nice. And the car was already packed with load number 2. That was this. Um, yeah. And then we went over to Sunshine's. So Remy was so good. Let's see. Oh, and Big Handsome got to meet Mag, my friend. So that was fun. We went over to Bub's. Okay, because at this point in time as well, not only were my husband and I packing up to move, my daughter was packing up, and we were simultaneously moving her from our house to her brother's house. So that was going on. So yeah. We went to Ozark. We went to Subway, but we watched Ozark, okay? So here is packing up the pretties. I did 3 videos this day. I was home alone. So I guess my husband and my daughter went over to my son's house to help her do something. Maybe they were going to paint, or yeah, they went over to start painting. And that the room that she's in now, her room at her brother's place is a bit smaller. And then she was questioning the queen bed she had ordered because it was like huge in the room, but it all worked out. And then I worked in my room, journaling as much as I could remember. I recorded 3 packing up the pretties videos, and yeah, it was just so fun going through all these beautiful items that people had either made or sent me, or what have you. And yeah, it was fun going through, the memories. And then this is like quite possibly my favorite bread. It's naan bread, and I love it. My husband gets it when it's on sale. And this is like me every day. I know I walked into this room for a reason. And these little memes and stuff, I know a lot of people ask me about them. I use a lot of different things in my books, but when you see something like this, I get it just offline. Like in this case, I think I looked up like vintage ladies quotes, something like that, and then these things come up, and they're super funny. So this was Wednesday. Best bread ever. Yeah, I love this bread. And this was my little things that I got. I do believe I got these off Pinterest. Son and daughter. Yeah, more moving. So up early again. It's been very rainy. Okay, so this day we took our 2 bookshelves that were in the schoolroom. We took them over to our son's place, and one of the bookshelves was going in his office, and one bookshelf was going in his breakfast nook. So yeah, and a nightmare because my son's place is 2 stories, and it's got like two landings on it. Yeah, so anyway, so they had to do that, and then we still hadn't brought my daughter's bookshelf over. We had 3 of the exact same bookshelves, so anyway, we needed to bring that out. But and then like my daughter's very visual like I am, so she was worried about her bed size, and so my husband with painter's tape marked out on the floor, marked out where the bed was going to go, the exact measurement of the bed, and then the exact measurement of the bookshelf and the exact measurement of her tall, like it's a small, tall book, not bookshelf, dresser. So he marked all that out to show her that everything would fit and everything would be fine. So that's nice. He does that for me all the time too. Yeah, because I have to see it. I have to see it, right? So, and yeah, Big Handsome. He's been such a champ through all it's just it was a super stressful, busy time for us. Okay, moving all these things, and then this is a list of the a Salvation Army pickup. Okay, from each plate, my husband made this list. All of these things that we were giving away. Okay, and then this is like the receipt saying, this is what you need to get picked up, right? So it says Big Handsome and Beauty Queen got her bed set up and put her dresser and bookshelf in. Looks great. And that was something else. So it was a text from my husband. So much to do. Yes. So we had to schedule a U-Haul. We were gonna have Salvation Army come with a big like moving truck and pick up all this stuff. We're talking large furniture, okay? I mean, we got rid of sofas, we got rid of hutches, we got rid of bar stools, we got rid of a dining room table and 6 chairs. Oh, that actually went to our custodian at school, and he was so happy, and I was so happy that he was so happy. We're talking, yeah, more sofas, love seats, sofa table, I mean, you name it. 2 recliner. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot. So, yeah, we had been going at it for days, packing. Oh my gosh, yeah. The U-Haul was coming at this point the next week, and the Gems were gracious enough to say yes to helping us load it and all that kind of stuff. And then we had scheduled the Salvation Army pickup. Worked in my room, filmed and caught up on my journaling. It feels good to come in here, yeah, to document this crazy part of our lives daily. Yeah, because it was crazy, let me tell you. Oh, we went through our Christmas stuff. We literally got rid of all of our Christmas items with exception to one box, and it's a small box, like this big, maybe like 8-inch square box. Of special ornaments that my kids have made throughout the years or whatever. Everything else, we gave away. We gave away our Christmas tree, which I almost cried inside. Yeah, because we don't need it up here, and we'd have no place to store it. We wanted to have less, right? Less stuff. And so anyway, my daughter, she went through a bunch of the Christmas stuff, and she took the stuff that, that she wanted, which of course made me happy. So much to do. This is load number 3. This was a set of encyclopedias that I actually purchased at our library years and years and years ago for my kids to use for schoolwork. There's our Christmas tree. Blankets, there's all of our Christmas stuff. A globe. Oh my gosh, yeah, it was sad. Now looking back on all of it, yeah. So we packed up again. Yeah, all these encyclopedias I gave away just because I do not have room for them here. I was not gonna bring all that stuff up here. I just was not going to do it. So I had to make some really tough decisions. And let me tell you, I was ruthless, like ruthless. And then I filmed videos today, 2 about decluttering fabrics and such. So yeah, I stayed home and went through the drawers in my room. Nearly there, spoke with my girlfriend, Cindy, for a bit, and it rained cats and dogs in the afternoon. So we were hoping that the North House was okay. So I don't know, maybe we were getting another storm or there was another tropical storm going on. I don't know. And then this was the last page. Look at that. That's coming off. of the book. Now, in these books here, if you can see, I have reinforced them with washi tape, I think on the last few. Yeah, see right here? Because in the backs of these books, all these pages have been reinforced. In the back of this book, right here, the pages are perforated. So yeah, I didn't want anything to happen to them or for them to rip out, okay? I didn't put anything on this back page. And this page, just to kind of end the book, this is what I put on here. Scared is what you're feeling, brave is what you're doing. So yeah, there was a lot during this time of going back and forth with, are we doing the right thing? What were we thinking? Why are we moving? Just the whole of it, you know, going through all of the emotions, you know. And yeah, it was an interesting time in our lives, a very stressful time in our lives, but, you know, a new chapter as well in our lives. So there is the end of this book. So this is actually the first time I've ever done journaling this way, where I started in January and just went until the end of the book, right? Like normally I have one book per 2 months, okay? So like January and February would be in one book, March and April in another book, and so on and so forth. And by the end of the year, I would have 6 books. Like I said at the beginning, for these 2 years, no, I'm sorry, for this past year, for the year 2022, excuse me, I have used these Moleskine books because I had them in my stash, and I just wanted to use them up, frankly. And I did not have time because I was working full time. I didn't have time to make books. I didn't really have a whole lot of time to come in here and journal. And so, yeah, there's that. So this is what I did for this year, and it worked out perfectly fine. I got my thoughts and my activities documented, and that's all that matters. Back in here is it's a little flap which is coming apart because I've shoved it so full of stuff. But back in here I have some things that I found in my bookshelf that I wanted to keep, and of course some cards from the year. And then that's how the book looks. It is you know, like that. I'm not sure if no, I'm not, because here's the closure right here, Elizabeth. What are you thinking? Excuse me? Come on, work with me here. Yep. I did not, normally I put eyelets, you know? I put eyelets on the book. Sorry if that's going in and out of focus because my hands are all up in your grill. Sorry about that. So this is the closure. It happened to be like I said, a piece of fabric that just means the world to me because I used it to sew my daughter's curtains when she was young. And then the little Boston pin because my kids went to Boston this year. And so that's that. And it sits on my shelf fine, but I just love the way it looks with all of these things. Yes, stuff hanging out the top, just fun. I like that. Things hanging out the side, you know, just a lot of fun. So yeah, I had fun in this book, and it goes to not quite the middle of June, but yeah, close enough. And next time we shall go through some more of June, possibly to the end of June. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed that little flip through. Look forward to the next one. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Any questions about how I do something or what I use, I will be glad to answer those. Have a great rest of your day and a wonderful week. And I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.